Hi, I'm Tassie Smith, and I'm back in my husband's office with the third and final video in this series about how to be transformed. We've been talking about our desire to be transformed by God, to fully live out our new creation. And we've been talking about how we do that by reading the Bible. And then by reading the Bible maybe in a different way than we have before, we're going to read it to obey. That's all the stuff that we've talked about thus far in very short outline. So if you look right below here, right down there, there's a link that will take you back to the first two videos so you can catch up with where we are if you're new to our study. So we're at that third phase, and we're going to talk now about a different kind of reading. Reading to obey. And reading to obey brings up two immediate concerns. Concern number one is we all say to ourselves, hey, wait just a minute, I'm already reading my Bible. I'm already trying to obey God, so what is it you want me to do? Concern number two is this. Reading to obey seems kind of cold, graceless, legalistic. I have a lot to say about both concerns, but especially I want to start by addressing the second concern, the idea of it being cold and graceless and legalistic. And I want to do that by talking to you about Alice from the Brady Bunch. I know, right? Alice from the Brady Bunch. It wasn't where you expected me to go, but it's okay. Stick with me. Let's think about her for a minute. If you remember, she was the housekeeper, right? So what did she do? What was her job? Well, she did laundry. She went shopping. She cooked for 6 kids, 2 people, and a dog. She picked up after the kids, she drove them back and forth, she disciplined them and gave them good advice when necessary. Alice had almost the same job as a wife. You get that, right? Like, it's almost the same thing. Alice had all these tasks to do, and she needed to do them, and when she did them, she got paid. That is legalism, right? You do the stuff, you get the stuff. Do the stuff, get the stuff. That is graceless. It's graceless because we know we can't do the stuff right. So we're not going to get out of it what we want. That is a housekeeper's way of thinking, right? You're fulfilling a job. Housekeepers like Alice, they're not actually members of the family. I know it seems all cozy on the TV show, but it's Mrs. Brady who's part of the kid's life. Who's there for their birthdays, who's there at their weddings. She's the one who's the grandma to their children. She's the mom in that family. Our relationship with God is not like a housekeeper. We don't have a list of things we have to do, and then we have to obey those things, and when we're done obeying those things, we're just done. That's not how it is when you're a wife, when you're a mom. See, I do that stuff too. I do laundry, I take care of the kids, I pick up stuff, I discipline, I give good advice. I do mom stuff. But I don't do mom stuff to get paid. I do mom stuff because I love my kids. And it's full of grace. Because sometimes I'm not a perfect mom. I bet you're not either, right? But you do those things out of this overflow of love. In fact, you want to do stuff. You want to run them to soccer practice. You want to listen to their little troubles. You want to do extra things like bake cookies with them in the summer. You want to do stuff with them because you're their mom. You love them. Our relationship with God is like that. We have a wife's relationship or a mom's relationship. Not that we're equals in any way. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying we do stuff because we love him. With all our hearts. When we read the Bible to obey it, we obey because we're deeply in love with God. If you're not sure about this, I want to point you to some verses in the book of John. Just a second. I want to read them to you. It's really meaningful. Here it is. This is John chapter 15. He says, as the Father loved me, that's Jesus talking, right? As the Father loved me, I also have loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Jesus loved God So he obeyed him. I love God. What am I supposed to do? Obey him. This isn't a cold and graceless way. Not at all. It's not legalistic. Not at all. In fact, it's relationship based. I love God with all my heart. So I want to do what he wants me to do. He loves me so much that he sent his son to die for me. And that love makes him want things to go well for me, and well in this world, and well for his kingdom. So he tells me what to do to make that happen. That's a great relationship. And that's why we read the Bible to obey. Because we don't need more information. We need to obey the information that we have. I have a whole book that details this stuff. 2 chapters covering the kind of material that we've covered in these videos, just in a lot more detail. And then another 11 chapters worth of study material that's going to help you pick out areas where you can read, understand, and obey God better than before. I want to introduce that book to you, and I would love for you to grab a copy. But to get the book, you're going to have to wait a couple of days. On October 1st, starting at midnight, the cart will be open, and you'll be able to go to our website, hit the button, buy the book. I'll have a video out that day, and if you've subscribed, I'll share it with you on email. And you can see what little bonuses I've got going on, and I'll introduce the book to you. I'll tell you all about it, show you a picture, talk about the table of contents. I can't wait to see you then on October 1st.